Hello, good morning. Today we're talking about what is the difficulty adjustment in Bitcoin. So it's pretty much an algorithm that adjusts the difficulty every to mine a block every 2016 blocks, or approximately every 2 weeks. So blocks come in at 2 weeks at 2016, 144 and 6 hours. So it's adjusted every 2 weeks so that every 10 minutes, a new block comes in. Why is this important? Because if there were no difficulty adjustment, we would already seen the max supply of Bitcoins. By controlling the supply, it ensures the value increases in line with the value of the network. Just like all good things take time. Then you can buy a mini plug-and-play ASIC for approximately $100. Bitcoiners, hobbyists easily run it, and difficulty goes up. This incentivizes miners to turn off and turn on, improve profitability, and buy new equipment. Like I was saying, if we didn't have difficulty adjustment, we'd already reached the max supply, and it probably would have faded and not be as important for everyone because we'd probably already running off the just the network fees, and no one won't just the minor fees and wouldn't become profitable. So this is how it works. The difficulty is equal to the difficulty one target divided by current difficulty. This explanation is from Bitcoin Wiki. Found it was a really good page when I checked it out. Feel free to check it out. Has a lot of good things about Bitcoin on it. So the target is a 256-bit number. Difficulty 1 can be, for various reasons, measured to increase difficulty. Represents a hash leading to 32-bit 0, and the rest are 1. It's known as pool difficulty, PDIF. The Bitcoin protocol represents a target custom floating point with limited precision. As a result, Bitcoin clients are approximate difficulty based on this is known as BDIF. So difficulty 1, original difficulty set up by Satoshi on Bitcoin's creation date is this. So pretty much it's 1, 2, 3, I count them out, 8 leading zeros. And now, and this is all base 16, so that's why it's F. So now there is 20 leading zeros. I think I got this number. Now difficulty is 125.86 trillion times larger. So that's why I was saying earlier that all the Bitcoins would have been mined because difficulty is so much more greater. So 20 leading zeros. So as you can see from this is from a couple days ago, but this hash is always below this number according to the current difficulty. So when your number reaches below that certain number, and you win the block. So as soon as that hash is found below a certain threshold defined by difficulty, then that is the winning hash. For the first block, it was this. So I had to get below a certain number. And then went up ever since then. So think of as throwing 64 16-sided dice. And when dice 1 to 20 land on 0, the block is 1. So approximate probability now is 1.1 and 1.1 to E24, which is a really large number. But you think of it, that's how many hash. So many hash. That's how many hash. So only the computer that solves this puzzle can write the next transactions into a block. And the effect of all this was, at first Satoshi has only his computer, so he based the difficulty on what a single computer could hash in 10 minutes. And then there were many more. A few cypherpunks started writing the code, copied the code of SourceForge, and they mined Bitcoin with their desktop computers, and difficulty increased. This was back in 2010 or 2009. Then they developed algorithms to use their graphics cards to mine, and difficulty went up. So more people got in, and they started using better equipment rather than just their CPUs. They started using graphics cards. Then corporations built ASIC computers whose sole purpose was to mine, and the difficulty went up again. And instead of CPUs, instead of GPUs, now there's ASICs, which is a specialized computer which just increases the difficulty. Just whole purpose is to run this algorithm. And then there were the large industrial mining centers and public companies who solely mine Bitcoins. That increased difficulty again. Difficulty went up. And then there are repurposed old ASICs who are no longer economic. People use them to heat their homes, offices, water, and that increases difficulty again. Then you could buy a mini plug-and-play ASIC for approximately $100 or even less for really small ones that any hobbyist use. Bitcoiner as well increases the difficulty. So if you think about now there's the equivalent of 126 trillion 2009 era desktop computers all hashing out there, or 12 trillion of today's desktop computers hashing. Secure network in a decentralized way, or that's the equivalent of everyone in the world having 1,500 high-end desktop computers hashing. Think of the power. That's a wall of computer energy, 1,500 feet high. That's never, Michael Saylor would say, you have to crack to break the network. And people think there's a quantum threat. Sure, there might be. But in reality, people have no idea. However, it prepares the Bitcoin network for another threat, for the quantum possibility. So, and when quantum comes online, it'll probably increase the hash again. So you can probably build a quantum computer that can hash even faster. So as technology improves, the difficulty goes up. As more people buy BitAccess and bring them online, difficulty goes up. As more public companies buy more equipment using debt, difficulty goes up. As more stranded energy is tapped into the Bitcoins, converted into Bitcoin, difficulty goes up. As the difficulty goes up, the fiat price goes up. It's a never-ending loop of dot. Whatever you do, difficulty goes up. As long as technology gets better, more people get involved, difficulty goes up. And as the price of Bitcoin goes up, the exchange rate, how many satoshis you get for $1 goes up, more people and resources go into Bitcoin, which again increases the difficulty. As the difficulty goes up, your purchasing power. This is the bottom line. Difficulty goes up, purchasing power of your satoshis goes up. So it's never ending loop. Difficulty keeps going up. If you've received value from this examination of difficulty adjustment and would like to return some to me, feel free to zap me on 13 restful.com.